My one piece of advice to you is breathe, and it's not as easy as it looks. I'm Dr. Louise Mahler, and there are two parts to my background. One is when I left school, I studied business, and then I made the obvious link into opera. And what I do today is I combine those two in something I call vocal intelligence. Vocal intelligence works on a model of the mind, body, voice. And what we do is we understand what's happening in the mind, we look at bodily patterns at a very intricate level, and then understand how those are reflected in vocal tone. And we apply that to presentation skills, media, boardroom interactions, difficult situations, customer service and pitch, and basically any face-to-face communication situation. And what we find is that when you look at your patterns, sometimes just changing one little pattern can make a tremendous difference. We're like a puppet. The emotional mind will do that to you. And we need to understand that we're not taken over by aliens, and this happens to every single person identically. And we say, oh, I understand that happens. I'm going to do something to override it. When you come to say your name, and I'd use Bronwyn's name, you come here, Bronwyn. We do it back to front, and this is not helping. It gives enormous strain. We've got to understand which way the breath goes and make it happen. If you can capture your phrase such as, oh no, 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 you mustn't let that happen. You must say yes, yes, fantastic. People love air to flow, and they love it to flow in a way where the air actually doesn't stop. So once you begin to speak, the air continues to move and doesn't stop, and it's what they actually do in Myers. When you're spruiking in Myers, and not that any of you do that, but when they are, that is their brief, to actually say, it's a wonderful, wonderful special on the second floor for men's shirts. And they don't stop the air, and it becomes quite hypnotic. You know, I find myself going to the second floor for men's shirts or whatever. People trust people whose air flows.
I loved it. It was a great presentation. It was really good.
I think she's brilliant.
Getting us to practice as she was going through was really good too.
Where you are on your seat, could you just bounce on your seat there and get that effect? And maybe just say something strong to the person next to you. Let's not say no. Let's turn to the person next to you and say, yes, yes, yes. So it can't, yes, that's exactly right. Excellent.
Just the enthusiasm she puts in it is great. Yeah.
We tend to think of ourselves as parts and little bits and pieces, but she's very thoughtfully brought something together from deep inside, but gives that the physical mechanics to manage what may be deeply ingrained.
Can you see that if I have a mannerism such as jamming my neck at the back, and I'm going to do Pauline Hanson, and I go back like that I've lost my escaping air. So I'm going to say I care, I really care. And there's nothing caring about that at all, nothing.
I was thrilled to see Obama when he did his address to Australia. He did his address, he then walked to the side and he turned and he adjusted his feet and rest position. In fact, they said when Obama was here, the Americans have learnt from 2,000 years of oratory, and Australia still isn't on the first page.